the government, you have failed these doctors. You have failed at a great deal, because when you met mkatable issues, you aired everything, they went back to work. And sasa issue ni hata si madaktari, hata si government. Issue ni a common person. Unajua saizi so many people are fearing to go to hospital because nani anaenda kukuatendia? Unaona? Now I'm imagining in this case, in this scenario, day in day out kuna watu wako ICU. We have maternal issues, kuna watu wako delivery na mali wako tunaombea safe delivery.
Amen.
Yeah. So doctors when you cut off these doctors, they are not on work. Sasa who is attending to these people? So unaona ni a common man mwenye anaumia. Mbona mpigane? The government, simple thing, implement what you promised to these doctors. Yeah. Pia wanataka kujivunia, because I understand that some of these doctors are hired on contract.
Yeah.
It's not bad, but implement hizo vitu zenye walikuwa
walikuwa signing.
Inauma sana kupatana na daktari huku nje ako na kabuti na mask, badala kwa nini unapata na doctor yaki I know bana. And then you know these guys study for 7 years. Imagine for 7 years, and then mtu ameamua ku dedicate, because it is a service delivery. It is like a call. Being a doctor is like a call. Unaona? So kama ni call, we expect these people to be akuwe kwa hiyo kazi yake, anaifanya diligently. But on the other hand, as a government, mtu unakuja unamfinya na nyuma. Unaona? Na yet ana serve so many people. It's not supposed to be like that. In fact, give them a priority, similar to teachers here. You know, services zingine, we need to be so serious with them as government.
Of course.
Tafadhali. Kaeni tu chini tu muangalie tu matakwa ya hawa madaktari. Tutafurahia.
Yes, Castro.
I think I just echo his sentiments. But that 2017 was the
CBA agreement.
The CBA agreement, but that was a different government. But notwithstanding, there's no reason for the government and the doctors to not be to conflict and to be in a conflict, because like he said, of course it's the patients, the people who need the health services, and now it's the public service doctors, so it means the low income earners are the ones who are suffering in this one. So I think the government should move in haste, though I know health is devolved, but why should if kama already devolved and wanna strike in all the 47 counties, it means the central government has something to do. So they should do something.
What? So now tushuke tuko
nipatie hii kama ile ya poet.
Leo na try, by the way, leo na try, sijui ulikuwa wapi, naona nimenotice change.
Lakini hakunanga watu wanakuanga na art move furahia kama kuliko watu wa poetry, spoken word. Watu imagine vitu zingine, you know, mtu anapiga spoken word, that art mtu anakuanga dunia nyingine kabisa.
Kina sisi sasa.
Imagine.
Maybe, just maybe. If water is life, then drowning is
living forever.
Victor, maybe. Just maybe.
Voila. All right, now let's take it down a notch. Tumekuwa serious sana. Now apparently now they are planning to make it mandatory to have DNAs for every child that is born. Like as soon as a child is born, DNA. Anazaliwa DNA. What do you think about? Should it happen ama tuamini tu what the ladies say? What is the meaning of that call?
Hapo kwa comment section tunataka kusikia maoni yenu kwanza. Because ukiangalia hii issue, this is not the first time that this issue has been aired. The first time when it came, majority of women were against it. You see, and then tunakuja tunaambiwa wanaume ndio Sasa I was trying to think
siri ya mtoto.
Okay, tunajua
nani?
Mama ndo anafahamu.
Na nani walikuwa na shida?
Sasa kama siri ya mtoto mama ndio anajua. Si basi mtuulize sisi muachane na DNA.
No. Kisi unajua kuna ile hali ambayo utaambiwa huyu ni wako. Na kuna ile yenye sayansi itakuja
guso hapa.
You are the father.
You know nowadays it's funny, unaweza tembea kwa mall unapatana na mtu, unaangalia mtoto unapatana, anakufanana but you are not the father. We need some hizi vitu at least kila mtu akuwa anajua wewe ni mzazi wa nani.
There's the science to it that 30% of men don't know, are raising children, they don't know their ni wao. 30% of men.
It's true.
And out of those 30%, 70% don't know kabisa. So out of the 70%, the 30% wanajua hapa huyu unajua si wangu lakini
acha
I'm just being a good dad. So now the thing with that, it's I think there was a time in 2020 there was a ruling that a man was awarded 700 Gs because of being in a place, he was raising a kid, seeing paternity fraud. So he was awarded that amount. But the problem ni how to establish if that nini kama kuna fraud kiasi. But it's a case of proving beyond reasonable doubt. But if you prove beyond reasonable doubt it was a case of fraud, then haki zetu zimepatikana. So like if you're able to prove, you'll be awarded, because now you see now kwa law kuna kwa history ya case law. Like if there was an instance, a case and before that there had been no precedent by law to determine the outcome of the case, the ruling of the case. Now when one case comes yenye kuna hiyo nini, the ruling is made, so other cases in similar order can refer
to that case.
These people can refer to ya Mombasa.
Mwanangu
alikaa kona huyu masikio si yangu haya, mapua si yangu haya, vipi we mama? Wewe unajua wanashika dera hivi. Wewe mbona uniamini hivi? Saka pale kwa kotini kajulikana. So now with this I think it's there is a window of dealing with paternity fraud. If you're able to go to a court of law and prove beyond reasonable doubt that you had no prior knowledge na au kujua, so the lady atafanya tu alipe kwa damages.
Unaona damages. Uoni ndo ngapi zitaharibika? Haya ni serious, you know. Outside nakwambia. Let me tell you, the smartest people we have on this planet are women. Let me confirm. Okay, wacha tuingie kwa Bible kidogo. According to the Bible, man was created from mud. Sindio? Alitengenezwa na matope. A woman from bone. Sindio? Bone, mfupa. Katikati ya between mfupa na nini na matope gani strong? Wewe nakwambia watu wanakuwa strong ni vile tu hatujuangi tu.
Lakini labda ilikuwa minced. Hiyo mfupa. Niona pia unakuwa soft.
Enda home.
But hiyo issue okay.
Inafaa kuwa you support it.
Mimi na support 100% with all my heart.
What do you do when umekuwa ukilea mtoto for years and years and years, then DNA ilete you're not the father?
Okay, one thing mimi najua.
How do I do and I'm not that?
Okay, mimi kitu moja mimi usema
put yourself in the shoes. Yes.
Okay, mimi usema okay. Unajua kama mlianza kubonda na mtoto as mkiendelea, then you notice something like that. Okay, inakuwa ngumu. But it depends pia na mtu. Ndio utalea mtoto lakini deep within utakuwa frustrated sana. Alafu unajua si usema kuwa baba si kuzalisha. It's taking that responsibility, fitting in that shoe. But for women, tafadhali kweni too transparent because you're the only people who know the father of the kid. Sasa zingine unapatana na mtoto hivi, okay, unasema okay, labda mix yangu na ya mama ama jeans za mama zilikuwa much stronger. You see, hatujuangi hizi maneno, so be transparent to us na msitudhulumu. We love you the way you are. We love kids.
Ama during your time ya factory settings, mzee alikuwa anafikiria siasa sana. Kwa mtoto anafanana na baba. Could be. But I think the thing in a scenario like that, I will think, of course, there will be the heartbreak and all that.
Yeah.
But now that will be a case. Now you've not been the father, but you've been the dad.
Yeah.
To this kid. I think I saw a spoken word that is speaking on the same, like how he went to discover the kid was not there. But then it was a really kaisha ile point you were waiting for the punchline. You can't go like searching for the other name.
Yeah.
But now we are busy, we are looking for these tenders of carpets.
Carpets.
But I think that girl was disappointed. Like, oh really? You know my father? You know my dad? Get out of here, man. But
and then this issue pia as kids pia wana grow inakujanga ina affect sana. Unaona, there was a guy niliona juzi TikTok. Huyu jamaa alikuwa anasema alikuwa ameenda mazishi huku sasa was it huku Homa Bay huko ndani Bondo, somewhere in Bondo. Sasa alienda mazishi, alikuwa anajua huyo ndio baba yake, you see. Then after some time tena wakakuja wakaenda mama yake akampeleka mazishi nyingine huku saiza Nyeri, was it Nyeri. Huyu jamaa alikuwa confused. Sasa kufika Nyeri ndo akaambiwa sasa huyu ndo alikuwa biological dad yako, unaona. So now you can imagine this scenario, this kid amehata kujua the real biological father, but alikuwa anajua the stepdad, unaona, lakini yeye aliishi kujua huyu ndo stepdad. So huyu jamaa ako tu katikati now. Do you know this thing will affect this kid
even if he is the mom.
Alafu tena hata iamini mama yake. You see, those are some of the long term consequences of hiding the biological father.
Come on of it, I saw when Kirk Franklin, his latest album was releasing, so there was a documentary to it. So he was facing, because he has grown up not knowing his dad.
It's true. Yeah.
So there is a man when they thought it was him, they did the DNA test, it wasn't him. But then I think the auntie summoned they told him there is a short man somewhere, and the way he looks, it's kind of like yeah. So I think they did the DNA test and they found out like it is him, but the mom refused to acknowledge that was the guy.
So what do you do?
See, he had to like cut ties for a while with the mom, like, how are you not telling me this? Like, and it's even evident. Once even the height, it's only now that the command had.
What you're struggling to have?
And I'm not struggling. I'm thriving. So you can imagine the mom. It was issue. The Kirk asked alimuuliza like straight to the face. They were having a round table thing like, "Mom, is this
my dad?
Is this my dad?" The mom refused. So what does he do? He cut off the mom because it was a deep emotion or something.
Yeah.
You know, like for every child, there's a part of our identity that is usually formed by our relationship with our dads. The voice of our fathers on our heads, it forms our identity.
Yeah.
So imagine him, he had grown without that, and then you know how Kanye West, Kirk Franklin was speaking. Not telling me and processing all things, but I felt for him. But I think they started cultivating a relationship with the dad. And then that also transferred to him because there's a place he was having issues with his son. Came out, so they even reconciled with the son. Like he was able, you know, that finding the father like brought a lot of healing to him as a person, and also finding healing with the son. Like even as it ended, they were all like him and the son, they were crying. I say America, wanaume na kulia. Dad, I'm sorry, son. And realize nothing will take me away. Come on.
I don't personally, when it comes to the parental topic, I usually feel weirded out. Why? Because especially by us Africans, we copy a lot, and sometimes we don't even know what you're copying. Kitambo, mamako, you wouldn't really question much about who your dad is or who your mom is, or mwenye amekulea ndio baba na ndio mama.
Those questions are there, but they are silent.
They are there, yes, but they are silent. Na ilikuwa hata ukiuliza mama anakuambia huyu ndio baba yako, na ukiniuliza tena Kofi.
Wewe uliuliza hiyo mama ulitoka wapi, alikwambia?
Supermarket. Baka wa leo sijairi kama.
I remember
supermarket ilikuwa
uchumi. Hata
unaona tumegrow up time uchumi ni
when my
ilikuwa pia rare kwenda hiyo uchumi.
When my sibling was born, when my mom went to hospital, I was coming from school, asked my dad where mom was, aliniambia ameenda super kuchukua mtoto. Aliniambia ameenda super kuchukua mtoto, and hiyo like the following day tukienda shule tukirudi found mom home. I was like, hey mom, umenunua mtoto? I was like, hey, unapenda huyu? Mom, umeleta msichana. I was like, yeah.
But okay, it's good because according to psychological growth ya mtoto kuna vitu hafai kuelewa, especially from in an African setup.
Yes.
Unaona there's some topics you cannot discuss with
well, it is okay, that is okay.
It's okay.
But my issue is,
you see, kids kitu moja na watoto they question a lot. There's that stage where they want to know kwa nini inafanyika. You see, now as a parent una expect to patana na mtoto ako below 7 years.
But that's what they're doing right now.
Yes, that's American style, but
and
there is a way you can just package what you're saying to them.
Because unajua mtoto na expect mtoto agrow na according to ile environment yenye yako na vitu zenye anafaa suppose kujua, unaona. Sasa nikaanza kuambia mtoto kufunza mtoto politics, si ndio? Sasa kujua
like you see,
sema baba ndio baba, mimi daddy.
No, wacha
sema regigi uncle. But you see, kwa mtu hii, the first 10 years are so important for a kid. That's when they form a worldview. So that's a good point. Like
you see,
them something.
You find a child, especially those who are been brought up by a single parent. For example, if you've been brought up by a single mother, I want to know my dad. I want to know my dad. I want to know my dad. You're crying daily. I want to know my dad. Then one day unaleta unaambia ndio huyu. Then now you start again. Where were you? Unataka nini? Akikuja ukona.
Listen, this is what happens. Toi, especially mtoto amegrow bila baba hapo. Ndio he or she will question because other kids have fathers and mother. Jupia anajiuliza, mbona mimi niko na mamangu peke yangu? Mbona so ako na baba na mama? You see, lazima atauliza. Unaona hata mtoto in a house setup enye mtoto ni mmoja. Inafikanga mahali anaanza kuuliza hi brother sister, unaona kwa sababu wanajua nyumba zingine ziko na brother sister. So pia yeye anajiquestion hizo vitu.
For the brother and sisters it's at least, but imagine growing without one of the parents. You know the type of questions they ask, you know, and probably the type of pain those kids go through before they come to now accept things, you know. And that's one of the things I have a problem with the ladies nowadays who are saying, like me, I don't need a man.
Yeah.
I can get a kid anytime. I just need get a kid. So what that lady is forgetting is that you will be so selfish because you cannot sustain a relationship with a man. You will be so selfish to yourself, to the kid, because you will deny the kid. The kid will grow up asking these questions. So it's better you sacrifice, you don't get a kid, if that is the route you want, because and you save the kid.
The trauma. Especially
that's trauma. Because some of these things, you know, even they affect in marriages. Like if someone has grown up in a let's say a lady has grown up in a single mother's home, so she will not be able to respond to the authority of a man in a house.
Exactly.
She will be like seeing that atakuwa na bado ile mentality, don't need a man, so who are you? So they will come to these places, so that healing will require time. So for me, especially kwa single parents, no sema wacha ikuwe ni ile like lazima, but if it is something you can avoid, they save that other generation from the dysfunction.
And what would you say to those who believe that they can do better without the male species? In fact, they think bringing children into the world while they are independent and not dependent on the boy child is actually strengthening a generation.
But they are perpetuating dysfunction.
Yeah,
It's true. It's true.
So a child will grow up with these questions and this dysfunction and this sort of emptiness somewhere. And that's why you find kuna many ladies that have grown in homes where there was no father.
Yeah.
They gravitate towards older men.
Yeah.
Hence you story was ponyo. Of course. Now the same dysfunction for the male child species, ukiangalia the prisons and the crime rates, the highest inakuga ni the men.
Yeah.
The suicide levels ni men. Na ukiangalia, you go to check at the level of dysfunction, you see the most affected are the ones who have grown up in dysfunctional homes.
That's true.
Yeah. So we can't be selfish. It's better you die alone, you jikaza yourself until you can get that person for the sake of the next generation.
That's true. Okay, I concur with your sentiments, and just to add one or two things, especially to these ladies who believe that they cannot do without a man. You have to understand
They
that
can.
yes,
The ones
yes,
they say that they can.
yeah.
No.
According to them, they cannot. They can do without a man. According to the way our society is structured, we are structured based on two things. We have to depend, and we have to depend and to be independent. You see, now for a family to grow, you need two people. You need a father and you need a mother. You cannot play both roles. Biblically, even in the Bible, it says very well, a man should not live hafai kukaa peke yake. Yani si
alone,
vizuri.
yeah.
Unaona
Na
hafai kukaa
hapa
peke yake.
mmenikalisha peke yangu. Kwa nini? There is
So-
still some space here.
And you find
Mbona nimekaa peke yangu?
you find it.
Harusi ya Castro coming soon, guys. Watch it.
Aya, kuna wedding inakama. Mako.
We speak prophetically.
Mako.
Ni bibi tunatafuta, but tukimpata harusi.
Okay. Atatembea kwa hiyo carpet.
Shedede.
Atakalia
Yeah.
kiti, atatembelea hiyo carpet, atakalia hiyo kiti, atabebwa na hiyo chest. Chest ndio itakuza. Atakalia hiyo kiti. Atakuwa na watch your TV.
Alafu umbrella ya
She'll be under the umbrella. And then she'll wear that watch band.
Sorted.
She's sorted.
Yeah, you were saying.
Amepangiwa.
Amepangiwa.
Okay, I was saying
Yeye ako na tenda
Ako na
yangu.
wenyewe wewe ni artist.
Una grow.
Maybe.
Just maybe.
Maybe.
Yes, really, you were saying
Okay,
something.
this is what I was saying. For these ladies, tafadhali, you have to understand the psychological growth ya mtoto mwenye unaleta. Mtoto ana needs zake, he needs a father or a dad. Now imagine ushamu socialize in a life cycle that hafai kukuwa na mwanaume. Unaona? Mind you, and some of these ladies, you end up doing something terrible.
Yeah.
And the worst thing you can do is to undermine a man.
Yeah.
And when a lady undermines a man, this man feels inferior.
Of course.
Ndio unaona kuna gender conflict between a man and a woman right now, because I appreciate the empowerment that enye women wako nayo, which is so good. Imeleta competitive in society. We are competing, but we have reached to a point that we are competing against the gender.
Yeah.
Not about growth.
Yeah.
Ni gender who is superior than the other. So utakuja unapata at the end of the day vita itakuja erap, unapata siku hizi unapata mtu kuna boy anaweza anakatanga kuongelesha dem cause yani anamfeel mtu ni inferior, na kuna dem anaona huyu ni nini, hakuna kitu siwezi fanya without this name. And God akicreate human being alidrafta watu vizuri sana, a man and a woman, akacreate akasema you guys you are going to help each other. Umenipata? So ni kama ukate mkono moja uexpecti mkono ingine ifanye kila kitu. Ndio itafanya, but itakuwa tired.
Yeah.
But with support hii mkono nyingine, hii society already itagrow. So ladies, please eradicate that mentality. kama una feelings ya mwanaume, wacha usizae na wacha tena kupass hiyo message kwa hii generation inakam, especially kwa hii generation yenye iko saa hii. Noma.
Be responsible enough to save be responsible enough to save another generation.
Yes.
Be responsible enough.
The drifters have decided today. It's now that we're speaking about
na leo tumepiga ladies. Hebu tupatie moja tuume wanaume kidogo.
Kwanza bado acheni dogo. A lady actually killed a man.
Bwana.
Alafu
a JSU officer.
Na hiyo story imenyamaziwa. Okay, mimi kuna question tu.
Endeni kwa streets bana. Endeni kwa
kuna question moja. And I'm not being biased. Side. I'm not being biased, okay? Please don't take me negative. Ni just kitu nimeobserve. Okay, when issues happens to ladies and the subject, especially the man ako involved, inakuja inakuwa against a man.
Yeah.
But when a man ameuliwa, we are supposed to kukaa silent. Alafu
you know case in point, let me paint for you two scenarios. When you're in a public place, and you see a lady naked, other ladies go to cover him. When a man is naked,
take out your phone.
Wewe ni chizi. Hata mtu kupita wewe ni nini hizi watu wakienda. The only time yenye naonanga wanaume wana come together to do something, ni when una notice there is a guy mwenye joga for long. Wanampiganga washing. Public. Kuna mse atatoa homo, kuna mse atatoa towel. Hata ujuange ukae tu kwa mbogi ya guys that joga for long. Unapeleka ndio. Unapeleka kwa ni kaosh. Mimi kuna mwingine alioshwa alikuwa nimesikia.
Hakuna maji unaoshwa na homo. Detergent
na gunia. Unasuguliwa unasikia hii ni ya jana, hiyo kuoga last month.
Nakwambia unatokanga hapo kama umetoa tint.
Kuosha. Wanaume ni wazuri, they recognize the stomach, the value of a stomach. Unaosha alafu unaenda unadaiwa food.
Chini kule. Lakini
kuna baadhi ya food unauliza unataka nini? Mpeo nataka.
A man's world inakuanga funny. Saizi hata kuna ka video fulani. Wacha hiyo ya kuosha, na kuna hii video fulani niliona. Okay, it was funny but nilihurumia huyo victim. That guy ni mwizi, a petty thief. Ujamali. Sasa badala watu okay, kuna ile legal procedures that you are supposed to follow. Arrest this guy, go eka statement nini, wacha the law takes its course. Ndio
course, yeah.
Waliamua kupiga mzee, alafu badala sasa kumpiga sana kumuua as the former generations zilikuwa trends zilikuwa. Walikuwa wanaeka ngoma jamaa dance. So huyu jamaa umepiga huko na maumivu. Mzee alafu anaekea tu hapo. Ndio wanazitoka tu. Okay,
we need that more. We did that, but that world is fun, yeah.
Though it was not in Kenya, I think it was in Zimbabwe or Namibia. Easy country too, because your language I has to understand. Wewe jamaa bana, unaekewa ngoma alafu unaambiwa dance na tune. Unaekewa fast tune, slow hadi sad song, yani jamaa yenyewe alikipata. My guy, yours is actually pressure.
Hizi batena maisha yangu yote.
But hii kitu happen kwa back to where
wanamwekea ngoma alikuwa na mchange atoke kuimba tukuimba.
Exactly. Oh jamani,
maybe it worked because alikuwa tune zote, yani ajue ngoma
acha kuiba
acha kuiba anza kuimba hiyo kuongezwa tu ilikuwa kipigo na kidansi
na kimiondoko
for miondoko. Oh my Lord. Okay, guys. Now, moving on to maybe this might be the last story of.
Hapana.
It's beyond me. It's beyond me. It's actually. Nizime kitu. Nizime kitu. Let me simeambiwa ni kuzime. Ni gospel. All right.
I'm talking with my chest.
It's not true.
It's beyond me. It's beyond me, guys. Yeah. Nivaisa, I needed this time.
Unaweza rudisha time.
Unaweza rudisha time. Hiyo saa ni kama inakaa na time machine. I wish I could get a time machine.
Ayo. Kirinyaga, we love you.
Kirinyaga.
We need this watch bana.
I need to be a count. I think ndaingia politics ni kwa governor nikade tu hiyo kiti.
Hiyo si ya kila mtu
basi. Kiti ndio hiyo.
Yangu si ya 648,000.
Si ndio iko hapo kwa picha.
Enda home. Enda home bana. Enda home.
Alafu uanze kukula things from the government kit.
Kitakuramba. Kitakuramba.
Haya nakaliaga hapo ndio anakulaga government kiti. Okay.
You have to sit on that kitty to get access to the government
kitty. Oh God.
Yeah,
and that is how your life changes.
Kitty.
So
Akienda home sasa wewe enda nyumbani. Final story that we have apparently for April 1st was April Fool's Day, right? So a media station in Kenya decided to prank Kenyans using an artist that was landing for an event last weekend. So akaandika akasema artist amefungwa ako JKIA, aliland JKIA but alifungwa akapelekwa ndani. And then later during the day akaandika, did you believe us, April Fool's Day, that was a prank. Now this artist took matters to his hand and was like, you shall not taint my image that way. And sued. Yeah?
Which artist was
Anaitwa nani? Davido.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
By the way, it was Davido.
It was Davido, right?
Davido,
yeah. Sued. Now, I sue the media station. It was K24, I think. Yeah. I sue for defamation.
Okay. You know, kuna maartist, kuna watu wana majina huku nje. Na ukitanish jina ya watu, na pia ina create attention. That guy is a celeb, ni worldwide, anajulikana worldwide.
Yes.
Akona so many followers.
Yes.
So you can imagine scenario kama hiyo may happen, then ikuwe nika prank. Unajua kuna watu walichukua haku realize ni full.
Hakungoja hiyo kupatia prank.
So ilileta issue. You get so pia sisi tu okay, as we prank pia tunafaa tujue ni kina nani una prank,
lakini sielewe tu.
Acha kwa do you know me I once
kwanza I think I don't know if Kenyans are forgiven. You remember that time he came on the train alafu alikuwa kwa interview akatoa.
Alikuwa amelewa.
Anazunguka kwa kiti.
Yeah.
Bwana. Pia wewe tulikusamea bwana. Lakini hapa ni stage ya God. Who is Davido by the I don't know.
I think it's David.
It's King David. He danced.
It's Davido.
It's Davido.
It's Davido.
In the Bible.
Yes, Davido.
Ali dance music. So you are talking about that.
Yeah.
Resurrection.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Could be probably.
Because I'm thinking, what's going on through the head of the person that came up with that idea?
Bana.
And then they published.
Okay, ndio creativity alikuwa creative but kuna extent nyingine wezi kuna vitu zingine extent.
They need a good lawyer.
A very good one.
Very good one.
A very good. But I'm sure it's
branding because that guy is a brand.
Yes. Yeah. But I'm sure you utapita too.
Like where you're a public figure, you know people will use you image one or another.
By that time
kama atawasujua majua na zile mati zinakoga na picha zake.
Anafaa kuwasu. Awaitishe nini royalties.
Gani nyingine.
Utimo mwana zote.
Utimo nini.
Kuna Githurai 45 Expressway.
Kwanza ile kwanza hizo za Githu manze zile ziupigwa na paint acha ni poster. Soma para deida kae. Manze suwa wanafaa tumekuja kama hizo. Unajua ndevu zake za kuga zinaanza hapa waonyeshe.
Sasa unamjua sasa. So ulisema
unajua. Si alikuwa yote ya Bible wako ananyoa.
Na hapo ananyoa by the si hata alikuwa anamwagia mafuta inateremka hadi kwa ndevu. So inamaanisha tungekuwa hizi beard gang wangekuwa na so beard gang ilianza kitambo.
Wow. But that's not the first incident you've heard of people suing people over royalties or defamation or anything. I remember last week we were dealing with what's his name, Willis Raburu, alisu Airtel.
Yeah.
Just for using the word bazu. Na alitoka na mado, sijui ilikuwa 5M.
Okay, mimi usema ni opportunity watu utafuta. Unaona kama mtu anaribu jina lako na huko kuna do. Unaenda tu na unasu tu na unachomoka tu na kati.
Niko karibu kukusu.
Inakuwa gani?
Siwezi kosa reason.
No, I was trying to imagine mimi kuna time I prank my dad. You know, I have a very serious father. He's very serious. Hata urushe joke aje na kuangalia tu.
So any
so kuna
tough crowd.
Yeah, there was a time 2019 nilimcall nikamwambia daddy niko si Kenyatta. My dad is a very good, he's a gentleman. Okay, hakutensa manini hata kuniuliza ati nini mbaya. Alienda Kenyatta by the way. Akakuja kanito kwa gani nikaambia First Day. Nakwambia kofi nitembea bali.
Wewe tiga wana wewe.
Ngashe kazi nikuje nikuangalie.
Wewe ni nani?
Okay, me I joke with my dad. Na jokingi na yeye lakini na jokingi nikiwa kwa mlango umepima. Nikiwa home. Narushanga joke nikiwa tu ameniangalia kwanza unafunga mlango unatoka.
Unaenda
Inaweza matukofu huko utembea bana. Okay, some people always cheza, always prank now.
Yeah, know your audience.
Know your audience. For hapo
you guys need to be pranked. I need to prank you.
Mimi
find this.
Mimi tutamsuu.